last week we saw AEW have their first ever MMA rules steel cage match between Jake Hager and Wardlow of the Pinnacle. The match took place in an octagon with a cage around it, 3 5-minute rounds. Hager ended up beating Wardlow via referee stoppage. And we've seen other organizations do similar things, right? There's Josh Barnett's Bloodsport that have done similar types of worked MMA style matches that are kind of wrestling, but also brawls. We've also seen stuff like, Brawl for All and the Raw Underground thing. Although the Brawl for All wasn't really worked. It was
a shoot. Talk about that?
Yeah, but we've seen this kind of thing, and I think what we saw here was there is a bit of an appetite for this recently, especially with the Josh Barnett stuff and the stuff that AEW just did. So, what do you think? What's your opinion on these worked MMA fights in pro wrestling?
I think the avid MMA fighter fan is gonna hate it, honestly, because like you said, it's a work fight. They know what's happening. But it was entertaining. It was definitely entertaining. The stuff that Josh Barnett does, I enjoy actually. And one of the few things I did like about Raw recently was the Raw Underground stuff. I thought that was actually kind of interesting. It piqued my interest for a little bit. But yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with it. I do think there are fans that will be like, oh, they're trying to capitalize on something another market just to make money, and it's not as good because it's worked, and I can understand that. But like when it's done the way Josh Barnett does his, or the way AEW did theirs last week, it's entertaining because that match looked really clean. It was really clean. There weren't too many mistakes that I saw. There were a few, but not too many. It worked well. I enjoyed it actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed the actual match. The commentary that they might want to bring in in Moro on commentary for that.
Yeah, because
it was just like everything was a Kimura. Like every 5 minutes.
Is that a triangle choke? No, it's a Kimura. It's a Kimura.
You heard what's his name? You heard Excalibur go, Kimura locked in. That's his leg, Excalibur. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Excalibur, that's a triangle. Okay.
Look, Excalibur, you're great. We might need where's the Golden Boy, man? Bring him back. Actually, man, can we talk about that? We'll look. I like let me just put a bow on this MMA stuff for AEW. I like this kind of stuff specifically, when it's presented, in the way that it is, because it's wrestling, dude. Like it's a work. It's gonna be a work. Don't ever do real MMA stuff in wrestling. Should not happen. Let other companies like Bellator or whatever handle that. But it can work. You just have to do it in a way that that kind of like acknowledges it, right? Bloodsport does that in a great way, makes it its own thing, and AEW did a great job. But don't have it all the time. I think Jake Hager, he could do a gimmick around these kinds of matches. That could be great. Like his AEW MMA record, like he could do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
and have that be a thing. And you could get someone over by beating him in one of these matches down the line. Who knows? But there's ways to do it that I think could work. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.